Asante Sana Warden. And friends out here, we like to say Twende. Twende means let's go. So Twende, let's go. Tom Chomble, everyone. Good morning. My name is Haley, and I'm going to be your safari guide out there this morning in the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Just a couple of things before we head on out. Please do remember to remain fully and completely seated for me at all times, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. Parents, please supervise your children. They can be seated on your lap or on the seat right next to you, but wherever they're at right now, that is where they have to stay the entire duration of our adventure. Please, there is no planned hot potato with your child. Now friends, these are real animals out here. They can roam wherever they like on the reserve. They are constantly moving, and I can't stop for every single animal we might see. So if we're taking any pictures, I do highly recommend having your devices set to either a sport, live, or an action mode. That's going to help you best capture that perfect picture out there. So make sure you hold on real tight. I cannot stop for anything that might fall off the side of the vehicle at any time. Our first stop on our journey out here is the Little Ituri Forest. Animals in the forest rely on their camouflage to evade predators. So we're going to have to keep an extra sharp eye out here as we are kind of going along. Might see a lot of striped patterns as we pass on through here as well. Take a look over on the right. There's a baby okapi hanging out with his mom over there. Looks like they've got their zebra party pants on, but these guys are not related to the zebra at all. They are the closest living relative to the giraffe. The okapi actually came first. The giraffe came second, fun fact. Very elusive creatures. They are nicknamed the ghost of the forest because nobody ever sees them out there. They're very hard to find. Still on this right-hand side, we've got some tan-colored antelopes down here. These are the greater kudu. These are all female greater kudu. They do not have any horns on their head. Males have horns that can reach up to 6 feet in length. Very, very long horns on the male greater kudu. They do have some faint stripes on their coat. Those are there for a reason. They're there to mimic rays of sunlight or moonlight coming in from the forest canopy. Just another way that they're able to stay even better hidden deep within the forest. We're gonna head a little deeper into the forest here now. See if we can maybe find some more animals hanging out somewhere out here. Not seeing anybody over this way. Looks like the black rhinos are hiding very, very well this morning. Not able to see them from here. That's okay. We'll keep moving on forward, see if we can maybe find some more antelopes out here. Yeah, we got some bongos up here, friends. Some copper-colored antelopes. They're over here on the left-hand side. These are all bongos. Now these are female bongos. They are this lighter copper color. Males will get darker in color over time, but both male and female bongos do have some of these twisty horns on their head. And as you can see, they also do have some stripes on their coat, used for the same reason as the greater kudu, to better blend in deep within the forest. But we're going to make our way out of the forest now. Let's head on down toward the river, see if we can find some animals hanging out down there. The Safi River here, friends. Safi River can be home to hippos, so we'll keep our eyes peeled. We'll probably see a couple of hippos out here. I also do see some pink-backed pelicans on the right-hand side. They're down on the island over there. The white and gray colored birds, and they have a wingspan anywhere from 7 to 9 feet. But surprisingly, they are some of the smallest of the pelican species in Africa, so they actually do get even bigger than those guys down there. Over on the left-hand side, some more Nile hippopotamus. They're in the water by the island over there. Hippos are among the largest animals in Africa, weighing up to 5,500 pounds. Now they do spend most of their day in the water like this, of course, to stay nice and cool. Hippos can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes at a time, so they can be below that surface for quite a while. Now they are herbivores, which means they eat plants. They eat anywhere from 80 to 90 pounds of food per day, which is really not that much compared to their 5,500-pound body weight that they do have. Coming around the corner, here's some more dangerous animals on the left-hand side. Some Nile crocodile. Way over there, up on land. Making some noises over there, it looks like. All on the left-hand side, friends, the left side of the truck only.
all the way up to 1,000 pounds. Now, Nile crocodile will usually only feed about once a week. They can consume up to half their body weight in a single feeding. However, Nile crocodile can also go up to 9 whole months without eating any food at all. Right now, making our way over toward the west savanna. If you take a look over on your right-hand side, there is a baobab tree there. The baobab tree is also known as the upside-down tree because it kind of looks like its roots are up at the top. That's because these trees can remain leafless for up to 9 months out of the year. It's to conserve water. They could potentially hold thousands of gallons worth of water inside of their trunks. Very important during that drought season. The droughts can last for months at a time. We're going to slowly start making our way on down onto the savanna here. I see a couple different animals already. I think we're going to start off with a couple of the wildebeest down here, though. But don't worry, we're going to get a view of everyone out here. Take a look on the right-hand side. The gray-colored antelope over there. There's one hanging out, and a few more in the distance behind the brush over there. Those are all wildebeest. Wildebeest does mean wild beast, and they can gather into groups of up to 1.5 million. It's a big migration that they do once a year, known as the Great Migration. And they travel anywhere from 500 to 1,000 plus miles on that migration. They're looking for some fresh water. I see some predators over here. We've got a whole pack of painted dogs. On the left-hand side, they were just running around out here. Yeah, there they are. Down by the water, one by the den over there. Some painted dogs. Now they got that name, painted dogs, from their unique calico coloring that they do have. And I know that these guys do look super cute and cuddly. These are the most successful predators in all of Africa. They have a 90% success rate in all of their hunts, so more successful than hyena and more successful than lions. Very, very impressive predators. Let's see here. We're going to go see these giraffes next. There's a couple of them over this way. Definitely not the whole tower. A group of giraffes is called a tower, by the way. So we'll look for the rest of the tower up ahead. But let's take a look at these guys. Over on this left-hand side, a Maasai giraffe. Maasai giraffes are the tallest of all giraffe species. They can get anywhere from 18 to 20 feet tall, and they have 18-inch long prehensile tongues. Prehensile means finger or hand-like. They use their tongues to wrap around the branches, and then they strip all of the leaves off for them to eat. Giraffes do spend most of their day eating. They only sleep for about 30 minutes per day. It's only 1 minute at a time. Giraffes also do sleep standing up, which that one would be pretty cool, I do have to admit. We have the Ankole cattle over here. There is one female super close on this left-hand side. Look at her horns down there. Males and females do have these horns. They can be 8 feet from tip to tip. Absolutely massive. Now, luckily, these horns are relatively light on their heads thanks to a honeycomb-like structure on the inside. It does keep them almost hollow, so it doesn't weigh down their heads too much for them at all. The Hartman's Mountains over on this right-hand side next to some more of the zebra are the smallest of all zebra species. And they do have a fold of skin on the underside of their neck, which is called a dewlap. And it helps regulate their body temperature. Now this is the only species of zebra that has that fold of skin or dewlap. So that's how we know for sure these have got to be Hartman's mountain zebra and not a different species like the Gramps or the Grevy zebra. Also on the right-hand side, way over there, some little tiny guys at the top of the hill. Those little antelopes are called springbok. Those are fully grown adults. Believe it or not, they don't get any bigger than that. Springbok get their name because they can spring 6 feet into the air. They can also leap 13 feet forward, which is known as pronking. It's their favorite way to travel, but springbok are also some very fast runners. They can run anywhere from 50 all the way up to 60 miles per hour. But they are absolutely packed with some power. I do see some downed over this way, which tells me we're headed into elephant territory. So let's keep those eyes peeled once again back there. Explorers might be able to spot an elephant somewhere up ahead. Let's see here. We're not seeing anybody over this way. We'll keep trying around this one. See if we can hopefully find an elephant out here. Not seeing any mandrills either. I think we're a little sleepy here this morning. That's okay. We'll keep trying up ahead. I have one more spot I want to check over here, and then we'll have to keep moving forward. Let's see here. Yeah, no elephants hiding out back that way. Okay. Hakuna Matata, no worries. We're going to try and see if we can find some elephants up ahead here for you. But first, we do have to head across this bumpy bridge here. I'll see you on the other side. Let's try and see if we can hopefully find an elephant up ahead, shall we? We are coming up on some red clay pits here. I can see some elephant footprints that are down in this clay. Take a look over on the right. Those are some elephant tusk marks. Elephants will dig their tusks into the clay to loosen it up so they can eat it. There are a ton of minerals inside of red clay that are really, really good for the overall health of the elephant. So it's one of the little snacks that they do like to have. It's kind of like a daily multivitamin that we might take. Elephants do the exact same thing, but with red clay and for elephants. There's an elephant sneaking towards the back area here. Let's each try and see if we can get a view of them over this way. Being a little tricky here for us. Still on this left-hand side, there's a couple of them. Take a look. Now, African elephants can weigh up to 14,000 pounds. Females will weigh somewhere between 10 to 12,000 pounds, a bit smaller compared to the males. This does look to be a couple of females out here. Take a look at those ears. They'll flap them very, very gently in order to cool down. If you can see over there, there's a ton of veins inside of elephants' ears. And that flapping motion can actually bring their body temperature down by up to 10 degrees, so it can be pretty effective for them. They're going to be going to look for some more food. They will eat up to 300 pounds of food per day. They use their trunks to bring that food up into their mouths. There are more muscles inside of an elephant's trunk than the entire human body has inside of it. About 40,000 muscles, so very, very strong. We do have some pink animals over here. Some greater flamingos down on the left-hand side. Greater flamingos are the largest and the lightest pink of all flamingo species. They get this pink color from their diet, eating brine shrimp and algae, both of which contain beta-carotene. Now the beta-carotene is specifically what gives them that signature pink color. Like I said, they are the largest. Greater flamingos can weigh up to a whopping 9 pounds. Yeah. And a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. So you did just see a flamboyance of flamingos. Not too bad, my friends. We are heading on into the east savannah now. And we got some white rhinos. Over on the left-hand side. White rhinos are much larger than black rhinos, weighing up to 6,000 pounds. Now these are southern white rhinos out here, friends. Northern white rhinos are unfortunately effectively extinct. There are only 2 female northern white rhinos left in the entire world. So it is extremely, extremely important that we do save this southern white rhino population. We want to make sure that we can have these beautiful, beautiful animals around for many more generations to come. Now these guys do not have any natural predators. Their biggest threat is from habitat loss, from humans cutting down their homes, and from poaching. They are heavily poached for their horns. A lot of cultures believe that those horns possess medicinal qualities, but they're just made out of keratin. That's the same thing as your hair and your nails. That does mean that rhino horns are constantly growing their entire lives, so they do file them down on rocks and rough surfaces like tree stumps, help try and keep them at a little bit of a better length for them. We'll keep heading across this east savannah here. I see a couple of cheetah on this left-hand side. One of them you can see really well. She's in the grass, pretty much right in the middle over there. She's crouching down a little bit. That's a cheetah. Cheetah can run up to 60 miles per hour. But the fastest cheetah was clocked in by the Guinness Book of World Records, going 72 miles per hour. I do not know. Some kind of meat. Cheetahs surprisingly don't really have the best night vision, so they actually do their hunting during the day. That way they don't have to compete with other animals like lions, who do their hunting primarily at night. There's an ostrich on the left-hand side over there trying to get into the animal care team truck. Ostrich are the largest birds in the world. They're also the fastest land animals on 2 legs. They can run up to 40 miles per hour. We're going to keep an eye out for a lion up this way. This is a Kobe rock formation. That's what they're called, Kobe rocks. They use these rocks to survey the land and see what's going on all around them. So we're going to keep an eye out for a lion. And I hear roaring. I hear mild roaring. Here she is. They're doing some quiet roars this morning.
I know, just open your eyes. She's right there, buddy. You see her right there? On the rock?
Definitely not full volume, but she is roaring. She's calling down to the male down there. Very cool. Lion's roar can be heard up to 6 miles away, so that was definitely not full volume for her, but very, very exciting. Now they do spend most of their day sleeping, anywhere from 16 to 20 hours a day, preparing for the hunt at night. And it is the females in the pride that do the hunting. The males will stay back and they watch after the cubs. Take a look at the warthogs on the left-hand side. Pumbaa translates to foolish. Warthogs are anything but foolish, though, very intelligent animals. Some of the largest burrowing animals. They can dig their burrows themselves using their snouts and their upper tusks, but a lot of the time they don't actually feel like it, so they will steal burrows from other animals and then they back inside of them. That way those razor sharp tusks are at the entrance. Just in case anyone tries to enter, they are definitely ready to fight back. And I do see some ostrich eggs over here. On the right-hand side, on the right of this little dirt path in the grass and the sunshine over there. There's some yellow spheres. Those are in fact ostrich eggs. Ostrich eggs are the largest eggs in the world, of course. In fact, 2 dozen chicken eggs equals the weight of just 1 ostrich egg. And they're also very, very strong. A grown adult can stand on top of an ostrich egg and it will not break. We're now headed on into the Glen. Warden's Post is up ahead. They've got some adorable Nigerian dwarf goats. We'll take a quick look at these beauties over here on the left-hand side. They are a pretty small species of goat. They're very social animals. They do love to run around and play with one another. Sometimes they even cuddle with each other. Now these guys are grazers as well. They munch on the grass and the weeds all day long. So to help them digest all of that, Nigerian dwarf goats are also ruminants. That means just like cows, they have 4 chambers inside of their stomachs. But my friends, unfortunately our safari is coming to an end here. I do really hope you had fun out there in the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I do want to say asante sana, everyone. That means thank you in Swahili. Thank you all so very much for joining me out there. I hope you learned something new. If you want to see some more African animals, want to learn some more about their conservation, how we can help save these beautiful animals, definitely make sure you check out the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail sometime today. Now it is a walking trail, but it's stroller, scooter, and wheelchair accessible. So really, really great for the entire family. Now on that trail, you'll find animals like meerkats, some naked mole rats for any impossible phases back there. And of course, the Gorilla Falls Trail is also going to have, believe it or not, some gorillas, along with many other animals to check out as well. It is super, super fun, friends. It's actually one of my favorite things here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, so I highly recommend that you check that one out, of course, if you've got the time today. If I do have any wilderness explorers on board back there, you've been on Simba 1, S-I-M-B-A 1. That's your code word. You're going to need that to get your badge on page 14 of your Wilderness Explorer Handbook. But friends, here in Harambe, we do not like to say goodbye. It's way too sad and far too final. So instead, I'm going to leave you all with a kwaherini, which means to go well. So everyone, kwaherini, go well, go wild, go enjoy the rest of your day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, or of course, wherever your adventures